Mr. Rais. China has made great and immediate progress on the economic front with India, much more than Pakistan expects for itself. Do you think this has made Islamabad realize it needs to offer more to China in return for its support?
Actually, we need to attract Chinese companies that have capital, technology, know-how, and also they have economic ambition to invest abroad. And Chinese investors and companies are investing in Africa and as far as Latin America. And also they are exploring developed market, American market and the European market. And the two major markets are next to them. One is, of course, India, one of the largest consumer markets, and Pakistan with 160-70 million people. But it depends on the framework of fiscal policy, trade policy, investment climate, political stability, and the cost of inputs for industrial production. And of course, investors would like to weigh all these factors before they make a decision to invest. The governments in China and the governments in Pakistan can only provide that framework. But then whether or not investment is made by the companies which are private enterprises and they are run by the motive of profit, they will take their own decisions because at the end of the day, they are accountable to their shareholders in that company. And if you are talking about China, China is no longer a state-run economy as it used to be. There are Chinese national companies within the public sector, like in defense and other technologies related to that. They have been helping Pakistan in many areas. But when it comes to many of the projects that Pakistan needs in industrial development, there will be a lot of contribution from Chinese private companies, and they are run by interest, and what kind of interest that can make gains of, that will depend on our own conditions. We look at what other countries can do to the development of Pakistan. What we need to realize is that are we ourselves prepared enough socially and in terms of governance and political stability to be an attractive market for an investment in this country. And that is the only solution to unemployment, poverty, and slow economic growth in the country.
Certainly, you make some very valid points, very important points, Mr. Rais. Now, the Chinese government has also signed various deals with Pakistan. We know that. What will be their long-term impact on the country, you think?
Can you repeat your question? I could not understand.
A lot of deals have been signed between Pakistan and China yesterday. More of them are expected today as well. What sort of long-term impact do you think that will have on Pakistan?
I think there is continuity and consistency in Pakistan-US relations, in Pakistan-China relations, unlike our relationship with the United States. That we have seen so many changes in China during past 60 years and so many upheavals and political turmoils in Pakistan as well, very different governments, but they have not affected the character of Pakistan-China relations. They will continue, but then to take it to the next stage will depend on the climate of investment, not only trade, which favors unevenly China and less Pakistan for obvious reasons of cost of industrial production in this country. So I see a great strategic relationship between China and Pakistan, and particularly when we look at the geo-economic factors that also include Central Asian states, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Iran, and how Pakistan can be an energy bridge between China and the Southwest Asian countries.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Rasool Baksh Rais, joining us to analyze the visit and what it means for Pakistan. Now, the Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao is scheduled to meet